It's the
Show.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. If you're listening or watching, it doesn't matter right now. But I have Matt here in front of me, just staring into my eyes.
That's what I do best.
And we have John Cadavera from Time Spent Driving. How you doing, Matt?
Good. Very good. How about you guys?
You know, we're doing pretty good. You said that you were eating some yum yums, and now I'm hungry. I can't
I
stop thinking
know.
about it.
I know. Well, I'm kind of jealous of your beards because I usually have one, but
I
I shaved
noticed.
I shaved it for this video recently, and then I went over and had some dinner with my parents, and they saw me. They're like, "You look 10 years younger." So I'm gonna try for a little while to see if the 10 years younger outweighs covering up the double chin and all that stuff. We're gonna try it.
Worth
Why
a
not? You
try.
can mix it
Yeah.
up. You got your
Yeah.
whole life. You might as well mix it up. Or you got
Yeah, we were
fairly
going to
little.
ask you why you shaved your beard like 3 different times in that video.
Yeah,
You got like three
yeah.
different styles of facial hair in that video.
Well, yeah, so you need to kind of be yourself. Then you got to, be like a hick, dirt biker. Then you've got to be a woman. Then you've got to be a,
Yeah,
I don't know, another guy, clean shaven guy. I don't know. You know what? More for fun. I mean, it's Halloween. We
yeah,
shot that
for sure.
like literally 2 weeks ago, released it a week later. So it was just like, what do we got?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
And that's in the music video, Excuse the Irony,
That's right. Yeah.
which is phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
really
very
I
much.
really dug it. Like, even just the video was really cool. I think
Yeah,
it complemented the song very well.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I felt like the song kind of, especially releasing on its own, kind of needed the video with it,
Oh, for sure.
because in one sense it's a serious song, in one sense it's totally tongue in cheek and meant to be fun. And so that I think comes together with the video, and it's really meant to cover all the bases and all things. In the video is supposed to be comedic in that way, to give it a lighthearted lift, despite all of the hatred and negativity and everything these days. It's like it kind of just, to me, it's just like, hey, come on, guys,
Yeah,
let's listen up a little bit. So,
right. I was going to
so.
ask you, what's wrong with Pornhub?
I use RedTube. I don't know why. I think Pornhub. I don't know. I think now that
It's out. It's
I
outdated.
need to better, I usually do my research on, different sides of things, and I think I need to do some comparative shopping.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. XNXX is a good one.
Yeah, okay. All
I
right.
don't ever use that though.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I really don't know what that is, but I wish I did, and I was just pretending I did.
Oh, so speaking of which, so we were kind of, and I'm gonna jump back and forth between your career here. We were kind of looking at everything. You were on Xbox Amped Snowboarding too, right?
Yeah, we had a bunch of songs, I think, on the first one, Amped and Amp 2.
Yeah.
It was on a couple other Xbox games too, which was cool.
How did that come about? Like, how do you did you just did they find you, or did you have to submit your music for that?
So what it was, fortunately, and this was one of the cool things about being on the label we were on, which was called Sessions Records. It was part of Sessions, which is, a pretty, like, they had a skate shop way back in the day in, I think it was Sunnyvale here in the Bay Area. And they had a mail order in Thrasher with all these punk bands all the time, punk shirts, da 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 da, all kinds of cool like alternative bands and stuff. And so Joel, the owner, which is a friend of mine at this point, had a record label for Sessions. So they were focusing mostly on snowboarding at the time, but also some skateboarding stuff still. And so there was a record label, and my buddy and really good friend Joe was running it. He was in a band called Fury 66 that I was also in. And they were like the first full length Sessions put out. But Sessions put out a lot of cool. They put out stuff by like the Descendants and Swerve Driver and Swingin' Utters AFI, stuff like that.
Oh
Different
wow.
7 inches and stuff. They put out a Foo Fighters 7 inch, and I ended up starting work there as an intern because my buddy was running it, and then the next thing you know, I was working there full time. We've got my band on it, put some stuff out, and so we were working with a lot of other cool bands, like nothing that got huge, but like some good bands.
Yeah.
And so, because we were part of that industry, Microsoft was just launching Xbox, I believe, and they came to us looking for bands that would fit into that realm and kind of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, I think at the time there was a lot of like punk bands on the label more, and we were really the first one that was. I think we were the first one with any clean guitars. Is what it was. But I kind of it was an up and coming thing, and I'm like, listen, this still fits, and hey, let's do this. And so yeah, we ended up putting our stuff out as well, and then Xbox came to us and was like, hey, what's your catalog? Can we use all your songs for free, basically? And of course, like
No
any
shit.
smaller label is like, heck yeah, you're gonna get on a video game, sure, put it
Yeah.
everywhere you possibly can. So it was all good. So that's essentially how it happened, and we just kind of gave them license to use the catalog on all of it. And yeah, that's actually where a lot of folks found out about us, especially being on a label that wasn't so prominent with the
Yeah.
exact kind of stuff that we were playing. That's how a lot of people found out, and that's how a lot of people still they bring it up now. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
No, very cool. No, I
Yeah.
remember growing up too, like playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater and shit like that. I found new bands I hadn't heard of before,
Oh
and
yeah.
I got into them. I loved them. Bought their albums, all
Right.
that stuff.
And it's kind of like a label or a skateboard video or MTV. It's like these bands could have great songs, but if you don't hear them enough to appreciate them, then you may not get into them. But if you're sitting there playing video games, as long as people play video
You normally hear
games,
them over and over again.
Yeah.
you hear them over and over,
Yep.
and then people are like, "Wait, they got something here." So I'm glad that it resonated with at least a few folks in that case. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just watching your videos, you got a lot of loyal listeners that listen to that absolutely adore you guys. I was just
He's
looking
talking
at
about the comments on YouTube. We're looking
yeah,
through the comments on YouTube. You have a
yeah,
lot of
Okay,
loyal listeners.
like
nice.
people saying, well, even from when we were looking at Reddit, people were even saying like, man, where's this band been? Like, and then they found out about newer songs that you guys came up with. So,
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
and count me as a fan because we were listening for quite a lot,
Yeah.
and it's solid ass music.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're never a huge band, but the people that did find us and appreciate us, and it was kind of a weird time when we were playing. It was this weird transitional
Yeah.
Napster. What was the other one? Whatever. And it was a weird spot, and we were kind of in a weird area for what we were playing. So, we did our best, and but yeah, I'm glad that some people have hung on and checked it out, and new people. So I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Um, were you about to say something? Sorry.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Um, I thought I interrupted you. So, talking about that, so how did you guys start up? Because I was reading that you had a couple, you went through a breakup and then you kind of came back, or maybe not a breakup, like a hiatus, and then you kind of came back. So, what happened with the hiatus, and how did you come back?
Let's see. So we just, we started in like 99. We probably started even sooner than that. Trying to do a new band after the band myself and the other guitar player Derek were in before. And originally we were looking for a singer and we had, they're trying this different drummer and this, that, and that, and trying to figure out what we were doing. I actually have 6 songs that we did like kind of in transition from our old band to our to what it became.
Yeah.
That I was like, what, it'd be kind of cool to like go back and like do vocals over them and like release it as like this little nugget in time, because I actually did have vocals for them, but we decided, hey, we're going to move a little more in this direction. Like at the time it was a little more like Lifetime, Hot Water Music, Chamberlain type stuff. I don't know how familiar you guys were with all these bands, but so it was a little chunkier, if you will, and we went
Okay.
for a little bit more dynamic, if you want to say that, and just a lot more like kind of cleaner, kind of I don't know, more finicky stuff maybe, but kind of mixed together. So, anyways, but yeah, getting back to it. So we really hit it hard for 4 years. I was just on a mission because I was excited to have really my own band where I was doing everything and, driving this thing and booking things and getting this booking and do. And so we hit it pretty hard then, and some cool things happened. We went to Europe, and we played a lot of cool shows, met a lot of cool people and bands and stuff. But it just like kind of got burnt out.
Yeah.
If you don't
Well,
really take hold and you're still playing these weird shows in some like I don't know, Vets Hall somewhere, and they weren't planning on you being there, then you're kind of like it's hard to keep the band all pumped up,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So anyways, but I wasn't really ready to stop, but I kind of was like, okay, what am I going to do, right? And then I basically started my main business, which is a design company that I've been running for over 20 years now. And so I kind of invested myself in that and really just kind of put all my effort and creative energy towards doing that and launching that, which is a lot of work to do that, which was cool. But I still had like a grip of songs and I still wanted to play. Our guitar player had moved actually to LA for a while. And so we couldn't really play anyways. And then he was moving back. So I kind of convinced him to, let's do this
To
again.
join
And
it.
then,
Yeah.
drummer, okay, I'll do it. And then we got Jesse from Lagwagon, who I was working with at Sessions, actually. He worked there. And I was like, hey, you want to play? So we got, that going and we started getting into it and started recording for it. And then just poof, it just didn't really work out again. So I just kind of finished that up, put it out. I'm like, we're never playing again. And some other things happened in between. So anyways, let's see. This is a long answer, but
Oh,
probably
you're
more than
good. I'm just
but
drinking.
yeah, me too. My wife got me some of these 805 cervezas brewed with
I
lime.
never had that.
It's a
Huh.
nice, refreshing, it's kind of like a Modelo with lime already in it.
Huh. I'll have to
Yeah.
get those. Is that like a West Coast thing or?
Yeah, it is. They're down in Paso Robles actually.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, which is I don't know. It's kind of Central California.
Okay.
But 805, it's usually a black label. It's like an amber lager kind of thing, but they're pretty good usually. But these look nice.
Yeah, it does look
I'm into
nice.
them lately. It's nice and light. Anyway, so yeah, no, I just started playing with some friends in a band called Crucial Unicorn. We just named it like the lamest name you could think of on purpose. It's kind of like to stick out in a way. It's kind of like Mannequin Pussy or like
Yeah.
Goblin Shop,
Yeah.
those
Okay.
bands.
I get
It's
what
like
you're going with it.
you're
Yeah.
like you're like I have to hear this band. So anyways, we just named it like just a dumb name on purpose, but it was a serious band. So anyways, it was a bunch of friends and we had fun doing it. It was kind of like a little bit of a screamo kind of hardcore type
No shit.
punk band. And so we were doing that for a while, and then I kind of wanted to get back to what I was doing. So I hooked up with this other guy in this band called Cutlass Supreme, which was another band from the Bay Area that played a little bit more similar stuff. They were actually put something out on Some Records, which was Walter from Quicksand's label at the time. And so we kind of connected because we were in the same area and we started playing, similar kind of stuff, him doing half vocals, me doing half vocals, and it was a great time. But then that kind of like changed a little bit. And then it was like, wait, what do we do now? We're basically time spent driving again if he's not there because it's the same drummer and me and
It's like might
so
as
we're
well.
like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. So, no expectations or anything. It's more this I just want to play and I want to keep playing and writing. It's just fun for me and it's engaging for me. So yeah, so that's kind of why we got it back going.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
When did you actually start playing music? Like get interested in it?
Let's see,
Like you personally, like as a kid.
yeah, I was kind of like, this sounds too hard to learn how to do. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want like I knew people that played guitar and stuff, and they were like into metal, and they're doing all this stuff, and they have to like figure out where notes are and like
Oh,
stuff.
fuck
Just
that.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm like, that sounds hard. I'm like, skateboarding's hard, but at least I can like know what it is that I'm supposed to do,
Right.
without. So anyway, so I was just, mostly focused on skateboarding at the time. But basically, what it was is my dad was always really into music, not necessarily playing it, but listening to it and everything. And he always wanted me, when are you gonna play guitar? Da, 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 da. So he just bought me a guitar randomly and a little amp for Christmas,
Oh, there you go.
15, I think.
Okay.
And it kind of like, I had my friends that knew how to play just kind of show me something, but I'm like,
Mhm.
wait, you got to tune. Like I would like when I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, I want all these tuning pegs to be like lined up straight. You know what I
And
mean?
then
Like,
it's not tuned.
they're like, no, 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 don't touch it after it's tuned. Like, no, I literally knew nothing. And but then Derek, actually, the guitar player that's in the band now, he's one of my oldest friends, and I ended up syncing up with him and befriending him, and he played guitar, and he showed me how to play like, just some basic punk songs, Ball and Chain by Social Distortion
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Bad Religion song, I don't know, Minor Threat songs. And I'm like, wait, I can kind of do this.
yeah.
And so that's kind of how it started. And then next thing a friend of mine that was playing in a band, this was I guess it was in high school, and these guys have been playing music for a while in junior high. So they were like playing at lunchtime, and you're like, wow, these guys know how to play, like in junior high at lunch.
Yeah.
And so their band was breaking up, and they were like, yeah, our band's breaking. We're looking to start a new band. And I'm like, I'll be the singer, right? So
They
I
get the
barely knew
most
how to play
girls. That's
That,
what
guitar.
that
I'm
sounds
at.
familiar.
Oh
Yeah,
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 exactly. Barely knew how to play guitar, and I definitely didn't know how to sing. But next thing you knew, I was just basically like singing some stuff, and then I have my guitar, and then I'm like start playing some stuff, and then I mean, ever since I started playing guitar, I've been singing and playing guitar at the same time. Like I'd
yeah,
never been really separate things. So I kind of learned to play guitar while singing and vice versa. So it's kind of a good thing, I guess,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
kind of a little bit rushed in. So
Yeah. Have you heard of you're on the West Coast, so do you ever go to like Arizona? Do you listen to any radio stations out there?
you know what? We used to play actually in Arizona a lot. It was kind of this weird place where like I always liked it and everything. And there were so many cool bands from down there and stuff, and
Yeah.
even the venues I thought were cool. But we crashed our van there once and got
Oh,
stranded there. Then also another van we had actually broke down there. So we had a van break down there. Then we got stuck there. Then we had to buy this new van. Then the new van we bought, when we went back there, however many, I don't know, 6 months later or whatever, we crashed it. So then we had to leave that thing there and get a rental van. And then it's hot as all hell, right? And stuff.
uh-huh.
And so you're like going across the longest like city you can possibly find in like someone that was at the show's cars that's letting us stay at her mom's house, right? And it's like we're searching. It wasn't like there was the internet where you just bring up like Cars Are Us and you're like, hey,
Right.
where's the
Yeah.
best van deal? It was like we had to drive to all of these different places. So, anyways, so it's kind of a bittersweet thing, Arizona. But I'm not familiar with the radio stations much or anything like that. But definitely spent some time there. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, it sounds like bad juju there.
I don't
I would.
know. Is it bad? Yeah, maybe,
I mean,
maybe
if your
so.
bands are breaking,
Third time's the charm. I don't think I would have gone back.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? There's some the folks we were staying with were really cool and making some friends and
yeah,
helping out and stuff. So there's always the good with the bad. I have nothing
yeah.
against it. I like when I go down there. I went down to Flagstaff recently for like a trade show, and geez, that place is beautiful. I had no idea.
No, it's amazing.
Flagstaff's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
the
food's
reason I
great.
brought it up is because my cousin's he's a morning DJ, one of the morning DJs at 98 KUPD.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was seeing if you guys ever talked or knew each other.
Yeah, I'm not too in touch with that kind of stuff. I mean, back in the day when I was working at a label, I would, of course, interface with radio stations
Yeah,
more.
right.
But yeah, ask him if he wants to play our song. Let's get that thing on there.
For sure. I
Yeah,
will definitely talk to him about
we
that.
want to launch them big, so let me leave it up to me.
I'll definitely talk to him about that.
I'll let him play it for free.
There you go.
All right,
I'll tell him.
good.
Are those vinyls by you, by the way?
Yeah,
So
I was never.
what you got over there?
Let's see. Let's see what I got. I
Because
got
I'm into vinyls too. So I was actually
yeah.
thinking about getting the Cure's new album.
I saw that. It came out today. I haven't even listened to it yet,
Yeah,
right?
I haven't either.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to like have my own time with my headphones and just kind of go through it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I haven't had a record player in a long time. Like growing up in the kind of mid 90s, there was a lot of times you couldn't get something, right? Unless it
Yeah.
was on a 7 inch.
Yeah.
So I would get records, and I had a record player that was like a combo deal with like a CD and tape and all that stuff. But I was never really into it because I'm like, I listen to music in my car, like when I'm driving around, and
Right.
I don't know why I'm going to buy the vinyl and not the CD, right?
Right.
Then in between that, then you went to digital, and so I'm like, well, I'm not going to get either of these things, right? So I have all my CDs actually back there. So I had more of a CD type
Oh
thing going
shit.
on.
Yeah.
But anyways, then we had this new record, and we were doing vinyl for it, and we haven't had vinyl
I
for
seen that you were selling it on vinyl. That's pretty cool.
yeah. We haven't had vinyl for a record since 2001 or something. So I was like, you know what? I better get a record player. So now I got one. My brother's always like showing me the vinyl. So I started ordering some and everything. So, anyways, I don't have a huge collection, but I have a lot of older stuff,
Yeah.
or a smaller collection of cool older stuff that's actually really cool. And then I've been just getting new stuff. So this is like this band Knapsack. There's a lot of these kind of reissues
Okay.
um, with different, sometimes they have different tracks and stuff on them. And then this one, for instance, has just like a really cool book
Wow.
with kinds of
Yeah.
notes and things
See,
like
that's
that.
why I fucking love records. Just because
Yeah,
of that alone, you get more shit with it.
I just missed that. That was the best, right? When you got a new album and you went home and you laid on your bed and you
Yeah.
read through all the liner notes and saw what other bands they thanked and read the lyrics or even read them later after you've been listening to the band for a while. You're like, that's what it said. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, geez, I thought it was this, right? So that was great. Let's see, I had this for a long time. I don't know. My brother got me
Social
that. This
distortion. Yeah.
band, Co-Defendants. I don't know if you've heard of them. What
I
kind of
haven't.
stuff are you generally into?
I mean, me, I'm more like my favorite band is the Beatles. But I guess that's more so shit, everyone. But yeah, the Beatles, a lot of oldies stuff,
Yeah,
Foo
pretty
Fighters.
eclectic.
It's
Nothing
really
specific.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't redundant in explaining to you who what was and all that
No,
stuff.
no,
But
no.
this is a band called the Co-Defendants. They is it Fat Records? No, I think it's like an imprint of Fat Records. But some friends of mine in a band called Get Dead on Fat Records
Okay.
are in this band, and I saw them at one of the last Bay Area No Effects shows, and they just killed. It's really I don't even know how to describe the band, but you know when you see it that these
Yeah.
guys kill. It's definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
Uh, Reissues is an Antarctica, Jawbreaker. This is something I don't know. Red Ants. I had that from way back in the day. I don't even know where I got it. SNFU. I mean, these are just random. Slip by Quicksand. So yeah,
Oh,
that's another one of those just like really cool,
yeah.
huge
That's
amounts of
awesome.
old flyers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a little stack, but really all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly in the kind of the punk,
Yeah.
realm and the kind of stuff we play. So
Were you ever into suicidal tendencies and stuff like that?
yeah, man. I mean, if you were a skateboard kid growing up in
Yeah, that's what I
Santa
figured.
Cruz,
Yeah.
California in you know 87 to 95, you for sure were listening to Suicidal Tendencies in the background of a mini ramp while you're
Yeah.
skateboarding. So yeah, I mean, I didn't like I don't think I had any of their albums or anything, but it was definitely like just there, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I met Mike, and he's a really cool dude. Him and my cousin are really like good friends. So
Oh,
we
nice.
seen him at Riot
Right
Fest.
first.
So we were just
Oh,
like backstage chilling with him, and it was like surreal to me because like my cousin's like really good friends with him, and I'm like, damn. He's like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm Uncle Mike, and I'm like, shit, all right,
that's
cool.
cool.
So
Yeah, I guess we technically played with them like in my the other band I was playing in Fury 66 at here in Santa Cruz. That was a Numbskull Productions. He's a like a promoter in California, but it was like I think it was a 20-year anniversary or maybe even 30 year. I think it was 20-year.
yeah,
Anyways, but it was at the Catalyst, which has a smaller room they call the atrium, and then a huge room, where it's a bigger room. And so there was like bands playing in each. So we actually played in the atrium that time, and I think they headlined the main show. But I just when you're playing, so you don't get to see these bands. But I think
yeah,
they're on shows. So I guess technically we played with them, which is I guess kind of cool.
yeah. There you go.
When you're writing a song, like where do you start as far as like coming up with lyrics and things like that? Like, Do you normally start with the lyrics or do you start with the music?
Historically, I guess it's happened different ways, but essentially, I would say almost every single time at this point, I would just start like playing something on the guitar. And then once I figured out, like, if it's like kind of an intro-y type thing, then it's kind of an intro-y type thing. But if I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of an intro-y type thing that I would sing over, then I might just try and start trying to see if there's something that I like just singing straight over that thing. Or if it's more of an intro type thing and I'm like, okay, now I need kind of a verse, then I'll kind of move to something. But it will never, it's almost always, can I sing something cool over this thing that's sounding kind of cool? It's never write the whole song, very rarely, unless I was writing the song for another project and I didn't want to taint it with my vocal ideas. Like it's very rarely making up lyrics after. And it's interesting because sometimes I'll hear bands say that they're like, "Oh, the lyrics is the last thing I do." I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, there's
I
some artists out there too. The lyrics are the first thing they do. They don't even put the music out yet.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, I've the
That's
reason the
rough.
band's called the reason the band's called Time Spent Driving is because I used to actually write a lot of lyrics down while I was driving.
Oh
So
shit. Okay.
yeah, like while I was driving, I'd be like, I had a notebook or I'd have like a little tape recorder, and it was just like if you got a 2 hour drive, back and forth every Sunday or something like that, then you got a lot of time. And if you're in that creative mode and that's all you want to be doing is playing and writing songs, but you're stuck in this car, right?
Yeah.
Then you're like, wait, I got an idea, right? So it's probably a little dangerous, like writing them down and stuff, but now you just put a voice memo and you're good. But
Right.
yeah, so anyway, so I have done it different ways, but at this point, I have the luxury of having my nice little kind of office studio here now, and it's basically like plug in. I'm already plugged straight into like GarageBand or Logic, so it's all in there. And then as soon as I got something, or start doing it,
Oh,
and then
okay.
vocal, I'm like, and then it just kind of grows. So yeah, it's usually just in tandem, because for me, it's like, what is this? What is this thing? And what's coming out right this moment, and what's it going to turn into? There's not much intent before it. Like I don't even know. I don't even have any idea what I'm going to write down. It's just like the first words that come
It's just
out along
whatever comes
something
out. Yeah.
that's like a melody. Yeah, it's an interesting thing for sure.
So you have like your own studio there. So like literally if you like said, "Oh shit, I have an idea." You can go to your studio and then just kind of record. Like it's that.
Studio's a loose word in this
Okay.
case.
All right.
Basically, like I used to have a an office for my company, and we'd all go there every day and like whatever. And then over COVID, I decided to close it up and just we went all distributed. So we got people in different locations now. So what I decided to do instead of being in the kind of laundry room kind of slash guest room when I'm trying to like have meetings with clients and stuff, I built a separate uh, office at my house here. So it's really an office less than a studio. And I've just got like a little rig to, record stuff,
Yeah.
just basic. I'm not an engineer. I'm not like, I don't really know what I'm doing too much, but I know enough to record my ideas well and, mess with them a lot and, do things. But I would never record something here and try to put it out. That's just not where I'm at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's great. All I want is to record what I did and remember it and be able to revisit it. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, it's
That's awesome.
basically like, hey, which guitar today? Okay, plug it in, turn it on, and then here I am. Yeah.
Is that the Miller Lite guitar that was in the music
Oh,
video?
yeah, it is actually.
Oh, look at that. I just spotted it out.
Yeah, so the funny thing is I had most of this stuff already, and then since it was Halloween, we could just go to the Halloween store and grab some other stuff. So it was just like really spur of the moment. But I basically like I'm a Miller Lite guy, like as far as like beers and stuff that you
Yeah.
drink. So, when you're watching your calories all the time and everything, you got to pick, you got to pick your light beer. So anyways, it's kind of like a known thing with me. So my staff actually got this for me for my birthday, maybe 2 years ago, and I've just had
Okay.
it sitting in my office. And then we were like, well, we want to get some white trash hick type, whatever. And so we just brought everything to the table, and then we got it. That's it right there. It's like, yeah, it's like kind of a cool little thing. It was
Yeah.
very cool of them.
That's
I think I got
awesome.
it on Etsy or something. Yeah, it's
What
cool.
strings are those?
Yeah,
They're welded on metal bars.
Oh, are they?
they're 40 gauge. I've never tried to play it actually.
You should try and then make like a hick song.
Yeah, I should. I
Down,
could.
down,
I'm
down.
sure I could. I'm sure I could get
Cheers, man.
it.
He can't drink because he's on a diet.
I'm drinking water because I have blood work to do in the morning.
Dude, I lost 40 pounds over COVID and I drank Miller Lights every day.
Oh, wow.
I gotta
Dude,
cut back on carbs, so I can't do beer right now.
all I did was calorie counting. Like it didn't matter
That's
what
what
it
I heard.
was,
Yeah.
as long as mine was like I got it like under 1,800 calories a day, and that was why I was like, dude, this is great. I'm not eating as much, but I'm drinking a beer if I want to. It makes me feel like I can do things that I don't want to do. I'm eating whatever, this, that, that. But then the cool thing is you start to know what really packs it, right?
Yeah.
But it was cool, except for when you lose weight and you're walking around and you want people to like say, "Oh, you look good." It
Yeah.
was COVID, and I wasn't
No,
seeing
no
it.
one was walking around.
No one was, no one even
Notice,
knew.
notice me. Where the fuck is everyone?
Only my closest friends that we cheated by like hanging out together when you're not supposed to like knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember during COVID, we had little squares.
No, no, you the little squares. You had yourself like a 10 foot by 10 foot square to give everybody else like a 2 foot by 2 foot square to stand in.
Oh man, what
that's how we had to hang out.
what in the world?
What the fuck
Yeah.
happened to our lives?
I don't know, man. Someone was playing a trick on us. They're like, let's see how ridiculous we can make them look. We all did it.
And we did it. We all did it.
Hmm.
Stay quiet. The COVID's coming. All right. So where can we find your music? It's obviously on all streaming platforms. The album's coming out. Do you have a date?
No, we basically are almost done with the record. I'm actually going in tomorrow to finish it over the next few days if I can. And there's just two songs left, and then we're doing another song for another release that we're working on. And so it's not quite done, but it's going to be pretty much done. It should be.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a release date. Right now, I just decided to put the single out now because it's just, I think, very timely. So I'm just putting it out on my own like label that I just started 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Okay.
Put it
Nice.
out. So, I just didn't want to put it on a label to have to get everything together. And honestly, it's an interesting song that not everyone might want to touch. So you know what? Who will touch it? Me. I'm
There
good
you
at
go.
touching.
There you go.
So anyway, so I did that, but I'd love to maybe team up with a label on things, and there's some folks that are interested, so we'll see. But otherwise, I'll put it out myself because honestly, at this point, it's like I can do every single possible thing that you could possibly do as a label,
Yeah.
myself. It's just that I'm busy, and it's cool to team up with other people and have other feedback and creativity and other promotion from different areas than just you. But as far as putting it out and stuff, that's not a difficult thing
Right.
for me to do. So so anyways, I guess it's kind of like whatever's best. But we're not in a super hurry, but I'm thinking, early next year, maybe by spring at the latest, if I
Oh,
have my way. Because
awesome.
I'm kind of like the last one took honestly like 7 years
Yeah.
put out to finish, and I'm just like I'm just done with that. It's
Done.
like I've got way too much output that I could have to just be waiting around that long. We're just getting older and older and dying on the vine. It's like why not do it?
Yeah.
If you can do it, do it. So I'm just trying to be more fast paced with it. So we'll see. Who knows? Could just burn everyone out, and then I won't have a band, and then I'll have to figure something else out anyway. So
Yeah. So um let's talk about your song here. We can find it on YouTube. Obviously, we're talking about the video, and
yeah.
um and you can get that anywhere on any streaming platform, correct?
Yeah, so you can get it on YouTube. You can go to Instagram. We've got it. You've got it on X, Twitter. We've got it. If you go to Spotify, it's there now. It's iTunes. It's there now. It's pretty much everywhere that you can get it now. It kind of was trickling in because I kind of put everything out last minute, last week, but now it's everywhere.
Okay,
Awesome.
perfect.
And the new album, do you think you're gonna have a vinyl?
Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, at this point, it's kind of like it's kind of nice to just have some kind of physical thing. People seem to dig it and everything. And it ain't like they're selling like hot cakes all over everything, but it's cool to have. And we're actually getting a lot of traction right now. So why not get them out to the people that want it?
Yeah. Like I said, you guys are. I've seen a lot of comments and you guys are awesome. Especially from coming back from the early 2000s and into now, and people are still like, like, damn, I haven't heard this band. I'm glad they have another song out. So it's really
Yeah.
fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I'm just appreciated that even one person wants to listen to what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it's like if anyone's going to spend their any time of their day or any few dollars out of their pocket to buy something or go see something, that's pretty amazing,
Yeah.
by any estimation. So I appreciate that for sure. And you always want more and more to check it out. And if they hear about it, they might like it. So
Awesome. Are you gonna play anytime in Chicago?
touring like nationally like that is rough.
Yeah.
These days. It's just like it was hard back then, and now it's even harder. But I would love to personally,
Yeah.
what is it? Which fest is it at? The fest? Which one is it out there?
So
We
there's
have a few of them.
Lollapalooza,
Lollapalooza
there's
is the biggest one. We got Riot Fest.
Riot Fest,
Riot Fest. Yeah.
the
What's
picnic.
yeah, the
That's
picnic.
Q101.
There's another one I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
what the name of it is.
Well, hey, if you
Uh,
know the guys at Riot Fest, let them know that we'll come on over, free of charge, and play.
For sure, man.
And then we'll see you. We played at the Fireside Bowl back there. Is that
Oh
still around?
shit.
yeah, Fireside Bowl's still here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it? Okay, yeah. We played there. Who did we play with? Trying to remember. It was yeah, I forget who exactly
Was
we
it
played with there, but yeah, we played there
Local
one time.
H maybe?
I played there a few. No, no, it wasn't that anyone that big. I want to say it was like Sidekick
Oh, they're not
Kato,
that big.
but yeah. But well, compared to what we're usually playing with, okay. Though no, but I played there a few other times in bands too. But
Yeah.
we only played there once though in this band. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd love to get back.
again, I'm gonna talk to some people too. Like I said, I really like your guys' sound, and it's definitely cool, and it's what rock needs today. That you have a
Mhm.
real sound, especially the lyrics. And a lot of we were talking about this, a lot of rock bands today are missing like that truth in their lyrics. It's all just kind of garbled stuff, and your music
It's
is
it's not
very
it's not
truthful.
emotional. It's not from the heart. It's not truthful.
Yeah.
It's more just trying to get people to listen. It's more like pop hit shit.
Yeah.
I
And
get
we're
you.
not just blowing your dick or anything, but I
Well, I could use it. What are you
so
doing
can I,
later?
buddy.
Wait,
So
let
can
me
I.
let me look up flights for Chicago.
You play a show, you know what? My friend Matt here, he's
Hey,
got
whoa,
but no, yeah, your music is truly very truthful, and it's really cool. So I'll definitely pull all my contacts that I can to get you guys
Yeah.
out here, and
Okay.
because I would love to see you guys play too. So
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I mean, we haven't been playing at all, honestly. We haven't played a live show since like 2016 because it's
oh
just
yeah,
like, yeah, it was just like babies happened, COVID happened, all
yeah,
that stuff. Then
yeah.
we were working on that other record, and then it was like, did that, but then I had this whole new one as that was coming out, and then we're working on that, and then so we're just brushing up right now, and we're starting to sound decent enough to play a show. So I am looking forward to hopefully doing some stuff. So we will see, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, I've been kind of guilty at being a little too honest, which has gotten me in trouble on some things. And but I feel like
You're an artist though. That's what you're
why
supposed to do.
not be, yeah,
Yeah.
why not be raw? This will get me in trouble to a certain extent. I got other things that's just kind of like, hey, it's kind of uncomfortable, but
That's
I
what rock
don't know.
music is, though.
People I mean, yeah, I don't know. People
Punk music,
people just
anything.
live through uncomfortable, dark times, and sometimes it's good to just be real about it,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm
If
glad
we
that
gotta
you're hearing something in that.
if we gotta live through these uncomfortable dark times, then someone has to talk about it. You know?
And other
Yeah.
people should feel uncomfortable too.
Right. We can't be the only one.
Well, that's, honestly, that's kind of what the song is about. Like, why do some people get to say what they're thinking and not others?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we all say what we're thinking so we know who we're dealing with here?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's just, it's frustrating, man.
It
So
is.
I'm just like, hey, let's figure out how to talk through some things and, be cool. And, you don't need to yell at someone on the other side of a screen about something that you disagree with. Like, let's go have a beer,
Right.
Like, well, I don't understand. I can't understand. I really just can't. But I'm not them, and
Yeah.
I'm not that angry. I mean, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm
Yeah.
I'm happy to be on this planet, walking around, getting out in my grass barefoot in the morning, drinking a beer at night, smoking a cigar. I mean, what like, let's just enjoy what we have and try to make it better as good as we can. But I don't think that the way to do that is hating other people and complaining about every single possible thing you can find.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's just,
100% agree.
you know,
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on and joining us. You know, we're gonna again, we'll have the video out next Friday. We'll edit it. We'll have an audio version, and we're gonna promote the shit out of it. Do all
sweet,
that, and yeah, man. So
sweet, man. Yeah. And I try to make, how long you guys been doing this? Is it been a while, a new thing,
ooh,
or?
Well, we restarted about what, 2 years ago,
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We
But we
it's
originally started this in 2011,
2010,
2010.
Nice.
Yeah.
but yeah, we
Nice.
started getting serious about it 3 years ago, and then we started interviewing bands across the world. Like, and it's cool to talk to everyone, like from people from Finland, England,
Yeah.
Scotland.
everywhere,
Yeah.
Scotland. Yeah.
We
So
got we
it's
had an
cool.
interview with a Swedish musician that was supposed to happen last week, but something got screwed up with the times. But we rescheduled. We're doing that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
really cool to, just talk to everyone and get their story. But yeah,
Yeah,
again, like,
man, it's rad talking to people. And it's like, dude, like I said, most of the people you talk to are cool.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Like these ones that are like just freaking like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. Do you walk around? It's like you walk around like that, treating people like that.
everyone's so fucking angry all the time. Everyone's
And
angry.
you know what the thing is? They don't even know what they're really angry about because they're told they should be angry by their
Exactly.
algorithm. And they see this, they see that, and they can't look past it. Like I'll tell people, I'm like, well, we're not recording this, are we? Or are we?
No,
Oh
Anyways,
yeah. We're recording.
we
we're
don't
still
we don't need
recording
to
it.
put
Okay.
this on there
Well,
though.
no, no, yeah, no. I mean, you're happy to. I was just wondering, but I'm just like, what was I gonna say? I got, uh, I got distracted. So I guess we aren't. But yeah. Anyways, I
Well, we
forget
were
what I was
talking
gonna say.
about
I was
people
gonna say
walking
something
around
great.
angry. I know
Yeah.
you were about to. I could see it in your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like when you're driving in a car, it's like you get so pissed you flip people off, but when you're on the street, there's no way you're doing that.
No.
You know
Well,
what I mean? Like that's why it's like have some humanity,
well, that's
you know?
how it is on social media and stuff because people will like, you got the what do they call them? Keyboard warriors
Yeah.
and just get pissed off about everything. But that's why everyone's so pissed off because they could just go right on social media and say what they want to say, but
And
in real
that's
life,
most
it's
people's form of communication. They don't talk to each other. They don't socialize for real. They just go on social media and yell at each
Yeah.
other.
yeah,
Yeah, we've all got like road rage, but without licenses, and I don't know, obviously, without a lot of education or looking around and actually seeing what's really going on. But it's all good, man. You can navigate it all. I don't, I don't know. I'm open to hearing what everyone has to say.
yeah. Well, we're gonna see next week, is it? Yeah.
It's next
Yeah,
Friday.
next week, next Friday.
Yep.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the elections.
Oh, you
So,
know the election? No,
is
that's
that
Tuesday.
Friday?
That's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, we know that there's nothing good going to happen.
Oh God,
There's
no.
nothing good's gonna happen. Like no
I
matter
mean,
whatever way it goes, there's
there are
nothing
some
good.
good things that could have happened, but they probably won't.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, you know what? There's good things that can be result, but there's no way that anything is going to be, it's not going to be a celebratory time for
Either
really
way,
anyone because there's going to be people that are so pissed and so whatever.
it's
You
gonna
know.
be the same
I mean,
old
I think
regurgitated
no matter what
shit.
the outcome is, it's going to be like, yay, the person I didn't want in office.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was
No,
either one.
yeah,
On either
you're
side,
pissed or you're
yes.
pissed. You're pissed or you're pissed. What it comes down to is what are the pissed people gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's how you react that is the issue. It's like you should be pissed, I guess, if you feel strongly about something, but it's how are you going to react? What are you going to do? That
Right.
is that is what it is, right? So let's see what they do. And
Yeah.
then you can say, hey, all right, you know what? They handled this well, or hey, all right, they didn't handle this well. And so that's on them.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like, wow, they handled this very well, or oh, look, America's burning.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some fires.
Oh
Probably.
God, yeah. No
I mean,
matter
it's just,
what happens.
hopefully we can just, you can get all past this. And I don't know that it's ever going to be the same though. But that's why I think shifting the
Yeah.
narrative to stop, hating on ourselves and hating each other and hating our country and everything and trying to change everything in its mother. It's like you need time for things to work through. That
Right.
is obvious. Like this is not hard to understand, but for some it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some it is.
Well, let the
So,
politicians hate each other. Let's just all fucking just
yeah,
drink a beer.
politics is not my thing, but
It's not really our thing either.
when it starts coming at you, you have to
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
educate yourself and be able to speak to things because otherwise you don't know where the hell anything's coming from or why. So
Yeah.
it's good to understand that at some point once you start getting uh, assaulted by it, So, but hey, man, again, I
I mean,
think
I'm optimistic that in another 4 years we might actually get a turnaround here.
yeah, I think so. I
It
think
might
yeah,
take 4 years, but it's going to take
Very
let's give it
optimistic, are you?
very optimistic. It's going to take at
let's
least 4 years to turn around.
let's give it 4 years. Let's give it another 4 years. Let's see what happens. And we'll be to some new spot.
It's
So,
like we say with the
cool guys.
fucking Bears.
Yeah, the next year will be fine.
Next year. We always got next year.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a Bears game since like Mike Ditka was coaching.
No, you don't want to.
You're good.
No. Okay, I'm good. All right, all right.
You're good. But
I
hey,
just
man.
watched the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
so I don't think they've been there in a while. If I remember.
Oh no. Oh God. No, it's been a while.
Been quite a while.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Hey, well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the kind words, and yeah, I'll pump it up as well. And thank you.
Awesome, man.
All
Well, hey, John Kedavera, thank you so much. Time spent
Thank you, guys.
driving. Check it out, man. Yeah, we'll have this out next Friday. We'll video, audio. I'll send you an email too and all that. So
I love it.
awesome.
All
Thanks,
right, my
buddy.
man. All right.
Take care.
Take care.